Hello there, amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new Doctor Who topic video for today. So for this video, I'm going to be ranking and rating every single series of modern Doctor Who from worst to best. So we have got 13 series, and of course we have got the rating and what I think of what series is, and from worst to best. So let's dive into it, shall we? So 13th place for the worst series of modern Doctor Who, and I have to put this for 5.5 out of 10. It's got to be Series 6. Now, this series stars Matt Smith as the 11th Doctor for the second time in his run. This is the second series to star the 11th Doctor, and it starts off with a very, very strong high note, with the Impossible Astronaut, Day of the Moon, Curse of the Black Spot, the Doctor's Wife, the Ganga 2 episode, and of course, When a Good Man Goes to War. But then, of course, we get to the later half of the series, which is, oh my god, which is absolutely terrible, the later half of Series 6. I would have put Series 6 Part 1 a bit higher, but because it's still, technically a whole series, I had to put this together. And I do feel bad for Part 1, because Part 1 is absolutely amazing for Series 6, but I really don't care for Part 2. I mean, Let's Kill Hitler, that's a dull episode. I really cannot remember what the other episodes are. I know the last one, and well, the last two, which is aka Closing Time, and of course the Wedding of River Song. They're the ones I do enjoy from Series 6B. But I have to admit, I have to put it very, very bit low on the list. Number 12 now. Number 12 has got to be Series 11 with a 4.5 out of 10. Now, the reason I put Series 11 so low is because it does have some good episodes in there, like The Woman Who Fell to Earth, Kablam, and of course The Witchfinders. And then, of course, the rest of the series is like a very bit mundle of a mess, technically, for Jodie Whittaker's first outing as the 13th Doctor. Now, I really do like The Woman Who Fell to Earth. I really think that had so much potential for the 13th Doctor. And then when you get into literally the rest of the series, yeah, Kablam's amazing. The Rosa episode's really quite good as well. But then you get to episodes that are like absolutely worse, like the whole Pating thing, the big giant spider episode. I would have loved it if it was the spiders from Mitabelis 3, have the return of the Mitabelis 3 spiders, but no, not really a great series, is it? Series 11. I'm sorry to say that to anybody that loves it. Number 11, we have Series 9 with a higher rating point, which is 7.5 out of 10. Series 9, I kind of have to admit, I do enjoy more than Series 6 and Series 11. Now, I understand why some people don't like Series 9, but for me, Series 9, yes, it is the worst Capaldi series. But I have to be honest with you, I absolutely quite enjoy it because I really do like the Dalek 2-parter. Yes, it could have been so much better. I really do like the Under the Lake and Before the Flood 2-parter. I think that's absolutely amazing. I really do love that 2-parter. Absolutely phenomenal. I really love that 2-parter. Again, we go to the woman who died and the woman who and the girl who died and the woman who lives. That's 2-parter. Don't really care for that 2-parter. I do think that's one of the weak episodes of the series. Then, of course, we go to the Zygon Invasion, the Zygon Inversion. I really do like that 2-parter. Unit's brilliant in that one. I really do like the Zygons. And then we go to Sleep No More. And Sleep No More is absolutely crap. I really do like Sleep No More. Then, of course, we go to Face the Raven. I think that's absolutely brilliant. I do like the fact we have Clara dying. Then, of course, we go to the best episode of the series, which is Heaven Sent. Heaven Sent is a masterpiece. A genuine masterpiece. And then, of course, we go to the big flop of the series, which is basically Hellbent. And yeah, Hellbent and that woman, the girl who died and the woman who lived 2-parter is really the weak part of this series. The Dalek episode's kind of grown on me since my rewatch back in January. I remember rewatching it and I think I absolutely enjoyed it more than I did the first time. And I also have to admit, The Wedding of River Song, which is why I've put the series a bit higher, is because that is the best episode out of Series 9 completely. Number 10. So in 10th place with the ranking of with the rating of 6.5, it is Series 12. Now, Series 12 is a bit higher than Series 9, but the rating is a bit low, is literally lower. It's because Series 12 I do enjoy more than Series 9, but I have to admit, I really don't care for the whole Timeless Child story arc, which is basically the end of the series. But there again, this series does have some fantastic stories like Spyfall Parts 1 and 2, Nicola Tilsley, Nightmare of Terror, I think that was a good episode. Fugitive of Jeju. Now, I absolutely love that episode. I think it's brilliant. Great introduction to Ruth's Doctor, Captain Jack's epic return. I did do a review in that back in 2020, and I'm going to try and put the link underneath here so you can watch my review on Fugitive of the Jeju. And then, of course, we go to episode 6, which is Praxeus. I really can't remember what's after Praxeus, I'm afraid. It Takes You Away is crap. I think that's like Series 11. Series 11 or 12, I can't remember. But then, of course, we get to The Haunting of Villa Doty. Now, that's a great episode. I do that one. That is a fantastic horror episode to watch on Halloween, I have to admit. I really do like that feel of the episode as well, with the lone Simon coming back in time for the Siberian. I really do enjoy that one. And then the best episode of the series for me has got to be Ascension of the Cybermen, because one, it does the Cybermen brilliant. It actually makes them more scary and creepy. And then, of course, when we get to the Timeless Child, which is the final episode of the series, it kind of flops because of the whole the Master and the Time Lords kind of take over the whole cyber plot, which is why I do want to consider Associate of the Cybermen the best Cyberman story for Jodie Whittaker's era, but there, because it is tied with the Timeless Children, I can't really say that. That's the only reason I really about it. So in ninth place, now this one is probably going to shock some people. So please, if you've got any health issues and you watch my channel and you know how much I don't like Series 2, then please back away, because in ninth place, I'd like to put this in ninth place. It is Series 2 with the rating of 7.5. Now, recently, I have rewatched all of Series 2 recently, and it's not as bad as I thought it was. It's kind of grown on me now. I still don't have the whole lovey-dovey stuff, but if you watch the series past the whole lovey-dovey stuff between Ten and Rose, you got some quite decent episodes in there, like Score Reunion, Rise of Simon Age of Steel, The Impossible Planet and Satan's Pit. Then, of course, we have Army of Ghosts and Doomsday, which are some of the best episodes of Series 2. Series 2's got some high notes, it's got some low points. It was my least favourite series of Modern Who and out of Doctor Who in general, but to be honest with you, since my latest rewatch back when I had back over my birthday week, because I've been watched all of series 2 because I took a week off work for my birthday, and I just been watched the whole Series 2, and I have to admit, it has actually grown on me more than I actually thought it would have. I would have thought I would enjoy it less than I did, but I have to admit, I actually enjoyed it more this time around. I mean, some of the episodes like New Earth, Christmas Invasion, you know, Teeth and Claw's kind of grown on me as well, because I do think that's a good episode. And then, of course, The Girl in the Fireplace. I don't really care for that episode still. I like the whole Clockwork Droids. I think they're fantastic. I watched that episode for them, but with the whole jealousy of Rose going on with the 10th Doctor, because she's jealous because of Madame de Pompadour, I just don't really care for that whole bit. And then, of course, we have the Idiot's Lantern. Fantastic stuff. I really do quite enjoy Idiot's Lantern. I mean, hungry. I do kind of like the Wire as a villain. Then, of course, we have Love and Monsters and Fear Her, which are some of the crappiest episodes in the first Russell T Davies era. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing what then the second RTD era is going to be like. So yeah, Series 2 for me has really gone up in my estimates since my rewatch. I think it's not brilliant. I still think it's the worst Tennant series by far. But I have to be honest, I kind of enjoy it. It's kind of grown on me. If you look past the whole lovey-dovey stuff between Ten and Rose, I'm sorry to say that, but I did actually want to put this still in 13th place, but to realise it's kind of moved up from 13th place all the way up to 9th place. It's still pretty low, but it's not as bad as Series 6 is. It's not as bad as Series 11. I have to admit, it's not as bad as them two, and that's why I have to admit I kind of enjoy it, because the 7 episodes really push up the series, and of course Army Ghosts and Doomsday as well, which is phenomenal. So Number 8, it is Series 8 with a 5.5 out of 10. Now, the reason this series is a 5.5 out of 10, it's got some good episodes in there. Again, I do kind of enjoy this more than Series 2. I really do enjoy this more than Series 9 for Capaldi, because I do kind of like the whole dark side of the Doctor that we see in this series. Like, did he push that clockwork droid out of the building, or did he jump on his own? We still don't know. But we do have some good episodes in Series 8, like Deep Breath. I really think that's a good post-regeneration story. Into a Dalek's quite good. The Robots of Sherwood, I've kind of gone off that episode. I really think it's not as good as I thought it was originally. We have Listen, which is phenomenal. Then, of course, we have Time Heist, which I think it's good, but not a masterpiece. I am sorry to say that. I do think, and when I am going to do a video rating of the Capaldi episodes, and it's one of my least favourites. And then, of course, that we have The Caretaker. I have to admit, Caretaker I kind of enjoy, because it does make me laugh. It's got some good moments in there. And then, of course, we go to Kill the Moon. Dreadful. Just dreadful. And then, of course, we have, after Kill the Moon, we have Mummy on the Orient Express, which is brilliant. Flatline, brilliant. And, of course, we go to Dark Water and Death in Heaven. I do like the build-up, but the fact it's misses so the Doctor can have an army, I don't really care for that bit, I have to admit. Number 7. And this one, I have to admit, is a 9.9 out of 10. Not a 9.5, it's actually a 9 out of 10. It is Series 7. Series 7, for me, I have to admit, not many people do enjoy this series because it is a bit of a mixed bag. You got the first part of Series 7 with Amy and Rory, and then you got the rest of it with Clara. And I'm going to be honest, this is my second favourite Matt Smith series because, one, I do enjoy all of the episodes. I like Asylum of the Daleks. I do not enjoy, but I kind of love it. You know, Dinosaurs on a Spaceship. Not many people like it. I kind of think it's a good episode. Town Called Mercy, again, I think that's brilliant. The Power of Three, yeah, okay, that's kind of good as well. Then, of course, we have The Angels Take Manhattan. That's brilliant as well. The Snowman in the Christmas special, I have to admit, it's actually brilliant. I do like the Snowman. I think it's fantastic, I have to admit. Then, of course, we literally go from the Snowman down to the Bells of St. John, which I think is very good for the Great Intelligence. I'm going to be doing a video where I'm going to be ranking all of the Great Intelligence episodes, which is the 260 stories and the stories from Series 7, on what I think is the best ones. And then, of course, after that, we have the Rings of Akatend, which is not great, but it's still got some good enjoyment moments in there. Then, of course, we have Cold War, which is a phenomenal episode because it's the return of the Ice Warriors, which is what... Thank you. Sorry. Which is the return of the Ice Warriors. Hyde, again, I really do enjoy Hyde. Then after that, I think Journey to the Centre of the Tires is a bit whiff-waffy. It's not as great as it could have been. I don't really care for the Nightmare itself at the Cybermen episode. I really don't like that one. Crimson Horror, I think that's one of the best episodes out of the series and out of the Matt Smith era. Then, of course, we have Name of the Doctor, Time of the Doctor, and Day of the Doctor, which I think are fantastic, which is why I really enjoy Series 7. In number 6, now in 6th place, I've had to put this one in 6th place because, one, I absolutely enjoyed it, but if you add the specials into this series as well, it's one of the best series I think that is literally in general. And it is Series 13, which I have ranked with a 9.5 out of 10. I really enjoy Flux. Flux, I think it's absolutely brilliant. It's amazing. It's fantastic. I really did enjoy Flux. I really like the introduction to Dan, aka played by John Bishop. I like the fact we have the return of the Santarans and the Weeping Angels in this one. I absolutely have to admit, I absolutely love this series. I think this is the best series in the Whittaker era. Now, I also have to say, if you add the specials like Eve of the Daleks and the Legend of the Sea Devils, and of course the Power of the Doctor, this series, of course, is going to be the best series out of the Whittaker era. But for me, I'm going to have to say, yes, it does have 3 episodes that are kind of like the weak link, which is the Survivors of the Flux, the Vanquishers, and of course Legend of the Sea Devils. Even though I do think they are weak, they're not as bad as some episodes like in Series 11 or 12. I do enjoy them. I like the fact, I really do like the Sea Devil episode because it's the return of the Sea Devils. They are very iconic to me. So of course I was going to put this series a bit higher because I just absolutely love that. I love the return of the Sea Devils. I'm going to be honest with you. Then of course now we are into the top 5. So number 5 is series 3. This series, again, it's really moved up in my estimates. Now, when I rewatched this one back in April before I was going to go to Comic Con because I've heard that Freema Yaden was going to be there, so I rewatched series 3, the whole lot of series 3. And series 3 has really moved up in my estimates because it was a bit further down. It was literally at 9th place at one point when I was trying to write this video. I've been trying to write this video out on my laptop now for almost a month because some series were moving up, some series were moving down, and some series I weren't quite sure on how I rate them, so I had to rewatch them. And series 3, I have to admit, I actually rate this one. It's not as high as Flux, unfortunately, but it is still a 7.5 out of 10 because I really do enjoy series 3. There's some episodes that I don't physically enjoy. I don't really like the whole Martha Jones going all googly-eyed on the Doctor. You know, I don't really care for that stuff. Again, it still falls into the whole lovey-dovey stuff, and Martha's basically the rebound. I don't really care for that stuff. But when you look at the episodes themselves, which is, you got some great ones, which is Smith and Jones. Then, of course, we have Gridlock. And then after that, we have Human Nature and Family of Blood. Again, I think that's a fantastic two-parter. I really enjoyed Blink. And then after Blink, we literally go to the Master Trilogy, which is Utopia, Sanadrums, and Last the Time Lords. And it's one of the reasons why I really do enjoy Series 3, because I just absolutely love the whole Master Trilogy. I think it's brilliant. I think it's amazing. Yeah, which is why it's a 7.3. Number 4, now, in 4th place, it is basically Series 4 with the highest rating for the Tennant era, which is a 9.5 out of 10. I really do enjoy Series 4. Series 4, I think it's brilliant. I think it's amazing. I really enjoy David Tennant with Catherine Tate in this series, which is why I'm really looking forward to the 60th anniversary, because it's the return of Joe Noble, and of course David Tennant. Again, he's not playing the 10th Doctor, he's actually playing the 14th Doctor, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the Doctor and Donna basically back together for these 3 specials. But I really do enjoy Series 3 because, one, we have got so many iconic episodes. There's only one episode I physically do not enjoy, and that is the which one is it? The Turn Left episode. I really don't care for Turn Left, and I really don't care for one of the early episodes as well. I mean, not, which one is it? Unicorn and the Wasp. That's it. Unicorn and the Wasp. That's the episode I was trying to think of. I really don't enjoy that one as much, but it still has some good iconic moments in there. Series 4, if I'm going to include the specials into Series 4, which is why I do class them as the Series 4 specials, then yes, it's absolutely phenomenal, even though I don't really care for the End of Time because I think it's not a great regeneration episode, but it's still got some good moments in there until basically the Master's there with a skull and turning the humans into the Master Race. I really don't care for that stuff. Number 3, with the first 10 out of 10, and it is Series 1. To me, this is the best series for the Russell T Davies era. I really do enjoy this series. I think it's brilliant. I think it's fantastic. Now, I really do enjoy Christopher Eccleston with Billie Piper because these two, the pairing for these two, Doctor and Companion, are absolutely brilliant. Every episode, I have to admit, I'm actually enjoying more and more and more every time I rewatch the series. And I rewatch the series quite a lot of it because I really just love Eccleston's performance as the 9th Doctor. And I also have to admit, the episode I thought was the weakest link, which is basically The Long Game, that one I'm starting to enjoy a lot more than I used to. Now I'm rewatching the series more frequently. I love rewatches, so every time I do a rewatch, my opinion does kind of change every time. And which is why I do love Series 1, and it's basically a 10 out of 10. Then, of course, in 2nd place, it is Series 10. Series 10, and the rating for this one is actually a 9.5 out of 10. I really do enjoy this series. I love Capaldi. I think Capaldi with Pearl McGee and Matt Lucas, I really think it's a fantastic trio of a series. Yes, I really don't care for the whole Monk trilogy. I don't really care for Oxygen when the Doctor kind of loses his eyesight. But it's still got some good moments in the early episodes, like the pilot, and then, of course, Smile. And then after that one, we have Thin Ice. And then, of course, after the whole Monk trilogy with, you know, with Empress of Mars. I think that's a fantastic Ice Warrior story. Then, of course, we go to the finale with We're Nothing Time, The Doctor Falls. I think that's a fantastic finale. And if I'm going to include Twice Upon a Time to make it into a trilogy, then yes, I think it's an absolutely fantastic way for the 12th Doctor to go out. And I really do enjoy it. And then, of course, number one. Now, number one. What series is in number one? Now, I've kind of said a lot of them, so you know what number one is. It is Series 5 with a whopping 10 out of 10. Yes, the 31st series starring the 11th Doctor. Now, this series, I consider this one to be the best series of modern Doctor Who in general. Now, I've rewatched this one back in March, just before Season 9 came out on Blu-ray, so I kind of went back and rewatched that classic series, and then I kind of forgot where I was with Series 5, so I need to go back and rewatch Series 5. But when I was writing this, I kind of put Series 5 in 4th place, but when I was remembering what I got up to, because I remember watching up to Amy's Choice, that's when I stopped to watch Doctor Who: The Collection Season 9. I kind of had to remember when I was writing this list out what episodes are after that and what I think of them. So I kind of watched from the 11th hour down to Amy's Choice, and I think every one of those episodes are quite brilliant. I really do enjoy the 11th hour. The Beast Below is fantastic. Victory of the Daleks. Not many people like that story, and I don't know why. It does try to do something new with the Daleks. Did it work? Not really, but I still kind of enjoy it for what it was. Then the Weeping Angel 2-parter, which is Time of Angels and Stone of Blood. Fantastic. Just pure fantastic. I really enjoy Vampires of Venice because, one, I really like the way we have the fish alien people, and when she's asking the Doctor to do a kind of like a matey thing, he goes, "Oh, please, I'm a Time Lord. You're a great big fish. Think of the children." I just absolutely genuinely enjoy that episode for what it is. Amy's Choice, I have to admit, I do consider it to be the weak link of the series. I do have to admit that one, but it's still stronger than some other episodes in later series or series that were early before this one. Then, of course, after Amy's Choice, we go to the Silurian 2-parter. Yes, I do kind of wish they would have kept the look of the Silurians from Classic Who, not make them like humanoid with a bit of reptilia. I don't really care for the new look of the Silurians, but when you look past that and actually watch it, it does kind of make sense, and it does make a progression in the Silurian story. With, if you go back and spend all your time watching Classic Who like I did growing up, and you watch Doctor Who and the Silurians and Doctor Who Warriors of the Deep, it does follow the same pattern as them too, but it's still kind of good in a new storytelling sort of way, which is why I do enjoy that 2-parter. Then after that, we go to Vincent and the Doctor. Not many people enjoy that episode for some reason. Some people do, some people don't. I've seen quite a few YouTubers give it very mixed reviews. I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's phenomenal. I do enjoy it. I think it's fantastic. I do enjoy it every time I would go back and rewatch the series, which is something I'm going to do a bit later on in the year, because I do enjoy Series 5, I have to admit. Then, of course, The Lodger, not as great as I first watched it, but it's still better than Closing Time. If I was going to watch Closing Time or this one, and I was trying to decide which one I'd go and watch, it's definitely going to be The Lodger over Closing Time. And then, of course, we have The Pandorica Opens and The Big Bang, which is one of the best finales in modern Doctor Who. And I am going to be doing a video soon of me ranking all of the Modern Who series' finale. So every single finale from Series 1 down to Series 12, because Flux is one massive story, so I can't really rank that because it's a massive whole story arc. It's a massive whole series arc, so I can't really rank the finale with the rest of them. And then, of course, the second one I'm going to have to admit is A Christmas Carol. I really do enjoy The Christmas Carol. I think it's fantastic. So that is me ranking and rating every single series of modern Doctor Who. So thank you for watching. Please do like, subscribe and share, and let me know how do you rank and how do you rate each series of the Modern Who in general, from worst to best. Thank you for watching, and have a cracking day, you amazing viewers and subscribers.